got Crazy's number one on you?
Nope.
And this guy is Kingston that's featuring this other guy with a shopper working with us on that,
Live. Showing it
the
live.
last kid that comes around.
King Squad TV, your boy Dragon, Honduras, ROATAN, the island. It is what it is.
You want me to ask you any specific questions? El último video que nosotros vimos fue de lo que es King Squad. El video se llama Gangsta Shorty. Yo les había prometido a ustedes de que este video nosotros lo vamos a estrenar el día de hoy acá en la programación de la calle en vivo. Este video fue grabado, parte del video fue grabado en lo que es La Ceiba y la otra parte del video lo grabaron acá en lo que es Nikki Beach, acá en ROATAN. Y pues los productores de este video fueron el conocido Marlon Rodríguez y también Joaquín Navarro, que son de San Pedro Sula. Este es el segundo sencillo de ellos, pues la canción, el disco se llama, what's the name of the
Earthquake Music.
Earthquake Music, y en español se llama Música de Terremoto. Suena como que de lo que acaba de pasar, imagínense ustedes. Bien, ahí en el fondo lo están viendo. Parte del video, como les decía anteriormente, fue grabado en lo que fue en La Ceiba y la otra parte acá en Nikki Beach. Y pues, como lo prometido en deuda, nosotros tenemos por acá los invitados especiales que son parte de la, son tres de ellos, pero tenemos dos de los tres, como les había mencionado toda la semana, porque son tres. Uno se llama Elroy Lakey, más conocido como Crazy, Adam Santos, conocido como Versatile, no sé si todavía usa ese nombre artístico, y también tenemos a 6-1, que nunca jamás me he podido aprender su nombre verdadero. Bien, los tenemos con nosotros en estudios acá hoy, se los vamos a presentar, vamos a agradecerles que una vez pues están por acá con nosotros. Muy bienvenidos a la programación de la calle en vivo, hoy día sábado. Hola.
Yo, what's up? It's Six from King Squad. You know, we here on La Calle. I'm the boy Versatile. We got the new single Gangsta Shorty. This is the first time the video is getting played, you know, live anyway. You know, right here. You know, we happy to be here with Elliot.
Okay, I'm happy to have you guys here. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, lo que el que acaba de hablar fue 6-1. Ahorita tenemos a Versatile, que se llama Adam Santos, que también es parte de esta agrupación. Vamos a escucharlo, que se presente. How are you doing? Good afternoon.
What up? I'm Versatile from the King Squad. We holding it down. We got this new single out called Gangsta Shorty for Earthquake Music. We should be dropping in 09. Check us out for more info. Go to www.kingsquad.com. If you want to see all our videos on YouTube, just type in King Squad TV. We pop up.
Okay, I have several questions for you guys this afternoon. Okay, I'm gonna start with what's the name of the whole project? What's the name of the whole project? ¿Cuál es el nombre del proyecto que ustedes tienen?
You know, the new project is called Earthquake Music. It's you know, me and Verse have been doing a lot of it because, like you said, you know, Crazy is living in Washington right now. You know, so basically, just been me and Verse out here holding it down, like making a whole lot of music. You know, of course, you know, I gotta figure out what we call it Earthquake Music. You know, after the earthquake that happened, and you know, that was like a big thing for Honduras. Really, you know, it was like, you know, a lot of, you know, international news, international TV. And so like King Squad, you know, us in hip hop, we like, you know, we like on our way to becoming like the first like official hip hop group to come out of Honduras like on an international level. So we figured why not run with that title, you know, which Honduras was shaking up and we're about to shake it up on the music scene on an international level. So that's why we call it Earthquake Music, Música de Terremoto.
Música de Terremoto. Okay, you were saying that Crazy is right now where?
He's in Washington.
Oh, he's working on music.
Yeah, he's
also.
working on music. Crazy got his own company, Crazy Music Entertainment, which is doing like a lot of promotion. And he's coming out with his own mixtape also. That's called Big Party and Sex. We're going to be in that mixtape. We have a track on there. And also we have a track that's Crazy is going to be on the album and like a few of his beats.
Okay, one question that I'm going to ask you is, you guys are King Squad.
Correct.
All three of you. Are you going to stay together or are you going to, you know, what's going to happen?
Well, for one, we're going to always be King Squad, whether it's one person, two person, you know, the name is going to be King Squad. As for right now, you know, me and Verse is out here holding down King Squad, you know. Crazy's living in another country now. It's not like, you know, you living there, you got a family there, you know what I mean? That's what he has. We living over here, you know. So it's like to be realistic, it's hard to be a group of three when the other guys living in another country, you know. But we work with him as much as we could, you know. Like we got like the first single so right, that's Crazy's beat, you know.
Yes.
We have a very nice song with Crazy on the album called Last Night. We did the beat, it's beautiful, the ladies gonna love it. And you know, we got more beats that we're gonna use with him on the album too. I guess like whenever we go to the States, we'll catch up with him, you know. We plan to do like a little tour of California next year if God's gonna like everything go good. We plan to do like a little tour out there in California, hit up a couple of spots, so we've been kind of like setting that up time and kind of put it together.
Okay, that means say that King Squad is gonna stay King Squad and like what?
Correct. King Squad is forever.
Okay, okay. One other thing I was gonna ask you, I would like to know who's managing you people right now, you guys.
Right now, man, we pretty much manage ourselves, and I'm gonna pass that question first because we play like a very big role when it comes to like, you know, managing and stuff like that. We've been doing it ourselves like pretty much all these years, you know. Like, we never really had like a manager. At one point in the beginning, we had a manager. He was doing good, you know. Then he caught up with some problems, and like, you know, that was that. We, you know, only since then.
Okay, so I want to hear from you.
It's been a struggle ever since I came, which was in I think 2005 when we dropped that single. And you know, we had a lot of hits from then, and we was getting book concerts and stuff like that. But we were doing everything ourselves. We was taking the calls, we was setting up the prices. You know, it's not very professional to have the artist doing that part and singing and going to the studio at the same time. But you know what? All these years, we've had people that say they want to be our manager. They can never do a better job than us. We have more contacts, everything. So it always boils down to just us taking care of it at the end of the day. We would, if there's anybody watching this and feeling the video and you want to offer us an opportunity, feel free, please, because we're looking for a manager, someone to take on all these big responsibilities that, you know, are coming up as we get bigger and bigger and bigger. We've got all these artists that want to do collaborations, people who want us to be in our show, in their shows, venues, sponsorships, all these things going on, but we don't have nobody
to do it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So you guys been doing this by yourself?
By ourselves.
Ok, de lo que estamos hablando en este momento es acerca de quién los está manejando, quién es el manager de ellos actualmente, y pues por el momento no tienen a nadie. Dicen de que lo que están haciendo es, ellos mismos están haciendo los contratos, ellos mismos están haciendo las presentaciones, y es un poco difícil estar entre lo que es manejar el grupo y también estar pendiente de lo que van a sacar nuevo, lo que van a escribir. O sea, que es una tarea bastante fuerte la que están pasando en este momento este grupo. Okay, then I have more questions for you guys, but I'm gonna go with more one. No, I'm gonna keep on asking questions. Me siento un poco nerviosa porque tengo compañía en el set, pero es porque la emoción de ver a estos muchachos que tenía bastantes días de no verlos. Siempre del tiempo que estuvimos en la radio siempre estuvieron cerca de mí, estuvieron cerca siempre en conciertos, en lo que sea, siempre estuvimos juntos, así que no sé por qué siento un poco de calor, no sé que la transmisión de Ángel está cerca de mí. Did you know what I just said?
No, nada.
Bueno, bien, entonces I'm going to ask you more question. We have over here, it says, how would you describe your music? Sorry about that.
Alright, I would say King Squad is hip-hop 100%. We bring this kind of different island flavor, you know what I mean? Because for years, we've been making hits that we banging in the clubs, and that's because we got that club feel. Yet when we drop an album, most of the tracks is all hip-hop, so I would say we hip-hop all the way 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
With a little también beat of Spanish in the middle, you know, Spanish is not good, but it's funny and it's...
But see, that's still hip-hop.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's Spanish or English, it's still hip-hop at the end of the day. That's what I mean, like...
What was the name of that song that you guys were singing, like Mira Mamacita, was the name of that?
Spanish Fly.
Oh, Spanish Fly. That, you know, at first people start saying that $1 for an hour and shrimp for $5 or something like that. But that was pretty interesting, you know. Everybody was singing that. It was like the, you know, the himno nacional, like they say in Spanish. The himno nacional. Everybody was singing that.
Yeah.
Kids, old people, young people, all type of people were singing that. Okay, now let me continue. Where does your inspiration come from? That question is for both of you.